Yeah, there you go. You can always reset.
All right, guys. Uh, it's Ratchet 614. It's been a minute since I've streamed, and it is monetaijankguy, TCG from YouTube. If you play the Digimon card game or the One Piece card game, I upload both more Digimon than One Piece because One Piece is more like a side game, but Digimon's the main game. So we're here with two of my friends. We have Tony, and then we have our friend Ronald. Um, Ronald recently got fifth place at the in-person regionals in Riverside about like a month ago now, I think. Was playing Numamon, and he was able to get his Nationals invite, and he also got his serialized Omni. So congrats to Ronald.
Thank you.
Okay, so as you can see, there are a bunch of decks here, and so I did not want to organize them because it's too many decks. It's too many decks. So we're just gonna go in order because I feel like there's not really that many bad decks in this format. Like obviously there's always gonna be a deck better than another deck, but like certain decks will still like do what they do best. So the first one we're gonna do is Blue Flare. I hate this deck with a passion of like a thousand suns. I just hate this deck. If you have seen my YouTube video for uh, Belfamon versus Blue Flare, how salty I got. It's very fun. So Blue Flare, I feel it is still a very strong contender for this format. It sort of does what hybrids are doing now, but it gets to skip a lot of steps. Because this is basically a red deck, essentially because of the fact that the deck can run the red Greymon, because you can Digicross, play a level 5 for 3 that has Rust, and swing 2 checks with jamming, which is very annoying and not fun. And if you have the Tamer, you just save the entire stack and do it again next turn. And then you just kill them on turn 3 when you just poke with the rookie that you promote. So my friend Tony here, this is I don't know if he plays this deck still or even has it anymore, but he played it a lot when it came out. So Tony, what is what's the word? Your thoughts
Take.
on your thoughts on
Thoughts.
Blue Flare
Thoughts.
for this format?
It's still it can still be a strong contender depending on how you draw and what exactly you hit when you hit Blazing and Boost. There are more cards that you could add. You could add like you could check in Ancient Garurumon. I know it's pretty strong removal just to like, take it in as a maybe a one or two of just to bounce something that's troubling you. Especially something like the Paladin mode or the Omni. But even then, it's just not in the best position. It's still somewhat slow if you're not seeing the correct pieces. I know that it's funny to say that when you can search
Sure.
literally everything in the deck.
Yeah, the Blazing Memory is just an insane card, and like
But
I've always felt like Blue Flare is one of the few decks that it doesn't need to see all the pieces, which is the crazy part about it.
yeah, you have to see everything, and if you don't see it like right away, then you're kind of just stuck in a position where you can't really do much other than just search. So while it is still strong, it can still be strong. It's just not. It's still not in the best position where it can be.
Ronald, what about you?
I think kind of like piggybacking on Tony. Like it's a lot slower compared to maybe like the Uko engine in certain decks, kind of like Numemon and um, Blue Hybrid right now.
hmm
But it still has access to like some really good aces, so you can tech in that Bikemon.
Oh yeah, oh
So
you're
if
right.
they have Ancient Garurumon, they swing, you ace, you strip the two sources, and then nothing that's one or less could swing. And then since that's their top end, they really can't do anything. And on the following turn, you just swing, and then I think you're able to pop if they have one or less sources or no
Yeah,
surrenders.
you can. Um,
Um,
yeah, you're right.
they, yeah, and then you have access to like also Pseudomon, which is really good.
Oh yeah, it's even
Where
better. It just bounces
you
back to the
strip
hand.
the
Yeah.
yeah, you strip the tamers and that. Well, I don't see a lot of like Ukos on Blue Hybrid unless it's a different list that I've seen. But most I've seen like the two BT16 Ukos in the deck. I think it's still fast if you see everything. Like if your Blazing Memory hits your two pieces in the tamer, and then you have everything in hand to like cross, swing two checks, hoping you don't die in security. If your opponent has a bunch of Digimon, you could stun the board, or at least three, and then just restand, swing again, and then
Yeah,
Z Greymon for
that's
game.
annoying. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Uh, okay,
I think
oh, sorry, one second. So for the tier list, I didn't explain this. So I didn't know how to change this. So can I just
You just
type?
drag and drop.
Okay. So it's gonna be tier one to tier five, tier five essentially. So tier one is
Oh, that.
broken.
Okay.
Yeah. Tier two.
I think you could highlight. Yeah, you could just change it.
Can I?
you just yeah, you
Double
should be able
click
to
it.
remove. You should
Just
be able
double
to
click
remove.
it. And highlight.
Oh, you're
Just
right. I
everything.
didn't know that. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm
just a little
dumb.
bit. Just take a second.
You just
I didn't even try that. I just thought it was set.
you just type it out.
Tier
Yeah.
three, tier four, and then trash. Okay. So I would probably put. We'll change it at the end.
It's
Um,
trash.
Mm,
I would say tier three at least, just because it's one of the Digicross decks that sees play every now and then compared to like Hunters or Crossheart.
I think out of all
it,
the Digicrossing decks, it's probably like the most competitive used.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So,
'Cause-
because it's
Yeah.
like full archetype blue, no multicolor stuff. You could cross from trash and stuff. So I do think like it's competitive, but it just falls behind other
Yeah.
decks.
Mhm.
If anything, it's kind of like tier three, borderline tier two, like
Yeah.
middle of the pack there.
It's it has a habit of giving too much memory to start. But once you get out of that first couple turns and you have everything in hand, it does become a lot easier to just manage your memory. But giving your opponent five memory or four memory start at the start is not, it's not very ideal in the current game.
But the same way I see it, it's like you give them five memory, but that's something they can't stop unless they play like a mem boost compared to like
Yeah,
if you go against Mastamon and they play a Godomon and they add two, that's more beneficial because it's like, oh, you're a 4K body that I can easily pop depending what I'm playing.
yeah. So yeah, I agree. Tier. If you're using your tier, then yeah, tier three, on top of tier three, maybe tier two, depending on how well you draw and
That's true.
if
Yeah,
you
that's
can see your
true.
stuff.
Because even if you like not even completely high roll was this deck, even if you like mid roll, it's like you could still like just blow your opponent out the water. Because one
Yeah,
brick, if one brick and you don't break, you just win.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you could also have like, as long as they put a second body out, you're set. Because you're just gonna keep stunning them.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so we'll leave it at tier three for now.
Mm.
Jesmon is a hilarious deck. Uh, Jesmon is just gas. There is no breaks. You either you chuck all their
Win, you lose.
security and you give them like 20 memory, and then you just hope you win next turn. Pretty much it. Uh, when you break, you break. It's not fun. Uh, I would probably put, in all honesty, like Jaspon for like tier two, just because it flies through security. Like, and it does what it does, and it does it good. What do you guys think?
Um, I think Jasmine is still good. But I don't think it's like tier two. I think it's still tier three, kind of like um blue flare, just because of the fact that you have one single stack, and then if they pop it, you're cool. I gotta make another stack.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very high rolly, especially like if they run that Huckmon that has to like, oh, when swinging, look at top three or top five, and then you whiff on your whiff
No,
on the
yeah,
search.
that's always sad.
So
Yeah,
it's like,
I always hated that one.
I think it just needs a little more consistency.
Yeah, it has tools now, but it's still a little
It's
too high rolling
yeah,
in a lot of cases. And
But would you say it's better or a little worse than Blue Flare?
a little worse.
A little worse?
yeah,
My opinion. My opinion is a
All right,
little
put it
worse.
away.
it's fair.
All right, All Force. We haven't seen All Force since ever. It's sort of just like
It's so good though.
Yeah,
it's
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 still not that it's not
but
bad.
it's like the same way as Jasmine. Like once you build your stack, but differently though, you win the game instead of losing because you get Rena gives invade. Um, it's also a semi high rolly deck. Monduzo, we're ranking Digimon decks for the new set that came out, BT17. What do you guys think about uh all force?
I think it's really good in terms of like being a blue deck that does what it's supposed to do really well.
Mm-hmm. No, I
Um,
agree.
it's just really dependent on the tamers.
Yeah.
So
Just
if you don't see
because
arenas
you can have a
or
stack no tamers, you cry.
yeah, or you have all tamers and then no level 5 or no ulfers, you're kind of like stuck in the water. But it just really, once you have everything set up,
You just win.
you just bounce everything back to hand. Like
Yeah.
You bounce
opponent plays
everything
something
back.
out,
Yeah, you get
bounce
like
it.
infinite memory. All right, all right. I'd probably I would still probably put Bouffleur above it, but behind Jesmond though, in front of Jesmond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
still like tier 3. I think maybe, yeah, like behind Blue Flare.
Yeah.
It's still a good deck. It's just that it needs that little extra
hmm
push. I don't know if
yeah.
maybe that new Vitamon does anything for the deck. From the update pack.
It's extra search for a 2 on player Digivolve, which is really nice. It adds a Vidramon and a Tamer, which is very, very nice.
Yeah, you get 2 hits, right?
Yeah.
Which is a lot better than most of the like the Vmon only grabs a tamer or the
Yep,
Vidramon,
yep.
the suspend itself to search.
Okay. Mirage. I hate this deck with a passion. This is
Tier
Yeah.
this is
one.
this is tier 1. That's tier
Yeah.
1.
It's
That's a
still good.
it's a
It's
tier
still
1
good.
deck. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's a tier 1
It's
deck.
It,
still
it
tier
I
one.
hate it. I
yeah.
hate
The
that
deck
ever
isn't
since
dying anytime soon.
I hate
It
ever
doesn't need that
since
much discussion.
yeah, I hate that ever since the burst mode came out, they just shoved it to tier 1 and even though they hit the deck, they're like, okay, we're just gonna play the level 5 that says that unblockable and unstand it like 50 times. I hate it. I hate it. But yeah, yeah, I agree. There's not much to talk about it. Barrage does what it does best. It just OTKs you. It's a good deck. It almost won.
Bounces, OTKs.
It almost won Riverside.
Yeah, gain
Yeah.
so much
No,
memory.
it did win Riverside. What are we talking about?
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
Yeah. It did. It
it
won.
won.
So it's like all the decks are just like we have 7 Demon Lords, we have Rapidmon, we have Magnamon. We thought one of those decks was gonna win it. It's like nah, what's that,
Mirage.
dude?
Yeah. No.
It's Mirage. It's like
Mirage is just Mirage.
yeah,
Yeah. And it's continually getting like
just
level threes with like jamming, which
jamming. Yeah,
it only
just
helps it.
broken.
Yeah.
They hit the egg and like okay, when we hit the egg, we're just gonna make jamming rookies.
Yeah, just
Eh.
make jamming rookies, and then now that we have access to the paladin mode, it just there's more ways to just
Yeah,
start doing that
exactly.
shit.
Yeah, and it's just like it's more utility for it. Um, Hunters, I would probably put it in trash right now. It's not doing anything. It's
I wanna say tier 4,
tier
but then
four at
yeah, it's
least.
kind of like
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I think it's still pretty bad because
yeah,
now with the whole errata of like you not gaining memory for tucking stuff underneath,
yeah. Exactly.
it's
yeah,
just
That's what makes it dog. It's like it was supposed to be like the best removal in the game next to Chaos Degrade, but it's just it's it that sucks. It's like oh it's still technically in the battle area. It's like oh you can't overflow anymore. So it's yeah it's not good anymore. It used to, but it's not good.
the
yeah,
Unless
removal
maybe
is
like with more support coming out because right
yeah.
now they're just announcing BT19, so
hmm Uh,
maybe they get something.
unless
yeah,
unless they change that ruling, uh, I would probably see Hunters at least maybe tier 2, probably in front. I would say even in front of Blue Flare. Um, because once that you get to overflow, your turn extends so much after that. Because
Yeah,
you're already evoing for like free or dirt cheap, and if you overflow, you're just extending your turn even more to win the game.
you just set up another body and then swing,
Yeah.
and then end of turn you have 4 more sources. I think swings for another check. But yeah, if I had more support, a
So
little
right
like an
now we're gonna
ace
put it
for
tier
it.
4. Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah,
Royal Knight sort of got shot out of the water for a good
That's trash.
while. Yeah,
yeah,
it's not doing anything. Like it's too slow.
It's not doing anything.
Demon Lords does what it does, but faster and better.
Maybe now is that Gallon mod.
Yeah, no, it's
yeah.
not.
No, not even with the
The,
Galamon.
the the best Gallantmon is the one that when
Wait,
attacking. Here. All right.
is Crimson mode a Royal Knight?
No, he's not.
No, it's not.
That'd be funny
We'll
if it
get
was.
Angel's input on this if he's here.
I thought it
Angel, we're
was.
talking about Gallantmon. Okay. Do you think Gallantmon is gonna make? Do you think the new Gallantmon has any way, if you're even here,
I am
to
here.
make Royal Knight's semi-liable this format.
Royal Knights, no. He came in save its own deck, but Royal Knights is a little bit too slow just to the fact that it takes time and relies on their body to stay on board.
Yeah.
While stuff like Seven Demon Lords, they're like, alright, you're gonna build it back? Alright, I get my effect
You still, yeah, you still get to put something in.
anyways.
Do you want to stay in the video or not?
Sure, why not?
Okay, sure.
Mhm.
Okay. Uh,
His effect for Galamon is when did you open, right? It's not on play.
yeah, when
He's
did you
on
pop in? Yeah.
play.
Rip.
I don't,
Okay. Never mind.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna put the little be right back. All right, and we are back. So, Royal Knights are straight trash. I liked it a lot, but it's bad.
Oh, you need to change your screen.
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay,
Um,
never mind. It loaded for me right now. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, that one's bad.
mhm.
It's trash. It's a cool deck and a cool concept. It just takes so much for setup
It
to
needs
set up.
more support.
Yeah. Are you there?
He disappeared.
Oh, he muted himself.
People, are
Mhm.
you there? Where'd you go?
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay,
My dad knocked.
sure.
Wait, is the screen fine now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, okay. So yeah, well, we're another trash. Alphamon also trash. It's not gonna do anything.
Uh,
It's
yeah, I
got
guess.
up protection anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even with the new well, the new support is mainly for
It's really for Dorgormon.
Exorgora, so it doesn't really help it as
Yeah,
much.
it doesn't have. If you can get it going, it'll do something, but even then, it's still too slow.
It would require like a lot of piloting for it to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like a lot of memory, but you need to set up. You need to play out your cool boys. You need to have like
Yeah.
all these searchers out. Make sure
Yeah.
you have the perfect stack, and then just try to go for game. But now with the that the BT9 Thorgray being banned, it's like now you gotta figure out a way how to like
yeah,
do
you can't.
multiple checks.
Yeah, yeah. Vaccine tier.
Yeah, that is
Honestly,
still it's still
tier
tier one.
tier one. I'll say tier two.
Well, it depends. Let
honestly,
me.
tier
I think tier two
two.
is fine because it still
Give it
does what it does very good, which is keeping a
Go at a
stack
time.
that doesn't
give it a
die.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Give it a time.
it doesn't have a way to out blockers unless they can consistently draw Heaven's Judgment.
Or just high roll into the Patamon Digivolve. But even then, like if they don't hit it, then they just kind of they set back a turn or two.
Hmm.
Digimon Emperor shuts the deck down.
Oh,
It's very
100%.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once you have one out, it's hard for them to like promote. And once you have two, that's kind of
Yeah, it kind of just
it.
ends
Digimon
the game.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that in tier two. Numemon tier one, not much
Yeah.
explanation.
Why
Uh,
talk about it? Why talk about it?
It's above Barrage.
yeah.
It's
Well, I think they're all like the same wavelength, but
They're
yeah, it's a
all
little
yeah, they're
higher.
all equal to each other in some way,
Yeah.
but yeah,
But
New one is
New
just
Mon is just
fast.
it goes fast, it goes wide. You bring out boards, you play big boards, you kill big bodies, you play stuff for free or cheap. It's just ridiculous.
Now you could tech in the ancient Garurumon.
Shut
yeah,
up.
Because when
do
you
it.
digivolve, you draw a card. Okay, cool. I drew a card. Check the top
Add,
card of life.
take your type card
Security.
security.
That's one
uh,
less check you gotta worry about.
Commandramon, police version essentially.
Trash.
The cops.
Yeah.
No, I mean
It's
No,
funny.
no, no.
it's
I would
funny.
say tier three, because
Tier 3 or 4 because
because
I think four. If we're not going trash, it's probably four.
no,
yeah,
because if
having a
How?
whiteboard is really good right now, just because like same thing with Newman. Having a whiteboard is really
it's
good.
yeah, and like if you don't
But
whiff on your searches, it's just very strong.
I'll just
Yeah,
Crimson Blaze and you had to
yeah,
mill those cards you open
yeah,
and
yeah,
search,
that
so.
That's fair too, but yeah, okay, fine,
that
trash.
plus
Tier
But then
four.
Evo
plus it goes really wide, so it's easy way for you to just Death X.
effect. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll put it above this.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
good.
there you go.
Leviamon, I'll still put that at tier two probably, just because it does security plus
I
one.
put it lower, to be honest.
I think
I
three. I think it's
I
a
think top of
tier
tier
three.
three, three. Yeah, top of tier 3 is good, honestly.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like
I
Binding
think Blue Flare is
Crush.
still kind of better. I think.
It's
Mm,
just the fact that it's less besides having the tamers and what's it called, you
And
don't
did you
really
probably
have to
from
set up
trash?
as much as Leviamon.
Yeah,
I think with the fact that the new ancients play out tamers by effects, I think it probably might see more play. But even then, you had to set up. You just pitch your cards, make sure you have one in there, the seventh lightning and all that. So
yeah,
um,
Eh,
it's a lot slower. But
Yeah,
if you manage to have one out and they play some by effect, cool. I'll play this. I'll kill your stuff.
yeah, exactly. The Digivolving from trash is really strong right now.
it's
The
too.
Twin Doragora is really good right now,
I
but
hate it so
Yeah,
much. And then like the Leviamon X kills Tamers too, so it's just like okay.
yeah. But
exactly, yeah,
the thing is probably gonna be like maybe like a sleeper pick for people against the hybrids, but I think it still requires like setup.
yeah. It's hard to get mine set up.
Uh, yeah, okay, we'll put it right below Blue Flare. Metaguru trash. But
Melga
I
trash.
think I think I think four.
you just like Melga.
True. But the new support didn't really help it as much.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Omni support.
the Werguru Ace was straight dog water.
That one's okay. It's
It
not
just
bad,
it
but
just it like
it would have
draws
been better.
draws a card. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We'll put it a four just for you. Paklamon, it's
Dark Master stuff.
That
Dark
one
Mask.
died in the water. Unless you're
Yeah,
talking
it's
the
over here.
Omni Zoo.
It's over here.
Yeah,
It's
like
over
even
here.
OmniZoo is not doing anything right now.
If we could put it right there, it goes right there. But yeah, it's garbage.
The pizza tier,
Birds are I would say
tier
border
2 is good.
like 1.5. I
Yeah,
would say
tier
that.
two, top of tier two, top of tier
Yeah,
two,
I would say
honestly.
it's better than vaccine.
I don't
Cause
think it's tier one, but it's top
1.5,
tier
Yeah,
two.
1.5.
top of tier two is good.
Yeah, because I hate Garudamon X now. I hate it. It's like Galamon X. It has like 55 different things. It's
The
why
the
does it
fact
pop?
that
Why
turn one you hard drop a Garudamon ace and then you're like, alright, cool, I just Evo on top.
Yeah,
Start
you on top.
it's just free value.
start spitting out bodies. So I was like,
Start
oh my
spinning out
Yeah.
bodies. Pay out your
Well,
expensive tamers out for free.
why does it recycle any red Digimon card from the trash of the hand? Why does it pop something? Why does it give something rush? Why? For
but it's
free.
very high rolly though.
Very, yeah.
Super.
But still, it's still really strong. It's still really aggro.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's why it was undefeated for the longest at
yeah,
Riverside.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's uh bugs fell off very hard.
I don't think it's top of tier or in
I,
tier two just because
yeah, no,
the
I
redirects are still
agree.
really strong.
Yeah, Yeah,
it's Gatekeeper.
but is it better than vaccine or no? I don't know.
No,
It's not tier four. No, no, no.
no,
It's
no,
not.
It's
No.
tier two,
no,
borderline
is
tier
it better than
three, like
vaccine?
bottom end tier two.
Bottom tier two. Okay.
Yeah,
It's still a good deck with
it's
the
still good.
redirects. I think it just needs more support. But now with the Mega
The
Kabuterimon,
Mega
like
Kabuteru is
you have
yeah,
evade, you just straight suspend yourself, and then you could just
True,
redirect to him, and
true.
then ace. Like I think it's like probably a little good. I think it's just maybe more playtest to
yeah.
how that actually works. But then we have the Tyrant player, Angel.
It takes too long to set up. Way too
Yeah.
long. When the decks can just do it just by playing their cards out. Like let me
Yeah.
play my what's it called, my level 4. By the way, if it dies, I get a tame for free.
But you don't pop. You
Oh,
just
this
bottom. You
guy.
just bottom that good.
A lot of the good removal right now is on Digimon effects. So the good thing about it is just yeah, just suspend it. It can't be touched really, which is pretty good. But yeah,
Yeah,
the
because
the setup is really bad on that one sometimes.
It loses to Giga Death.
It loses to any option card that's main, like stuff like Heaven's Judgment in particular, especially against the vaccine. They're like, all right, it's big, but I'm gonna out it anyways because I have Magnet X that does minus 24.
Yeah,
true.
All
It's
right.
I still
also the
think
fact that any other deck that runs a lot of or option card removal tends to have
I
an easy
think
time with it.
the fact that they don't have a level 4 that plays out a tamer sucks.
yeah,
Because that would help the deck play out the tamers, the EZs, and then cool, I have a redirect now. You have to like hard drop those instead of like Mirage having that Galgamon that plays out the Thomas, and then um the old force playing out tamers. It's just tyrant. They don't give
yeah.
him that.
And you got Shine playing out different
Marcus.
Marcuses.
Yeah.
Pale,
But I feel like
he's
Shine is still pretty weak. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Pale Dramon, with the tamers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's
It's the most obnoxious thing to deal with.
yeah. All right. It's tier three. Tier three. My oldest one tier one. I don't care what everybody says. No, I'm kidding.
It's trash.
My oldest one is like, it's tier three, but I'm gonna put it in front of Leviathan just because, for me personally playing uh, the deck wins games like out of nowhere. Because of the level six of how strong it is, and the tamers because of how strong the
I
tamers
would
are.
count that as like a road deck, or like
It's definitely
it gets
road.
wins, but you need to be able to play it, like do your whole combo. Like
You
it's
need to see the
very like
lines.
No, but that's
yeah.
why. That's why. If we're my oldest one, it's not even like a combo. It's like if you play one tamer and you hit my eldest one in the trash, it's coming out turn at the it's coming out turn one essentially at the end of the opponent's or end of the opponent's like second or first turn, and you get a level six that is when attacking kill an unsuspected Digimon. If you can, you kill a tamer, and then you also get a trash top card of their security. And once my Otismon is in the trash or even on the field, it's coming back every turn. And I don't know if you guys have played against it enough against me. Um, it's really consistent of like what it does because it plays Eidugumon, so it can also poke out really easily too. But my Otismon by itself, and especially if you get like it happens consistently multiple games where I'll have three of them on the board. I swing once, you trash three, then I swing for game.
Mm.
Maybe
Yeah,
not, maybe not above Leviathan because that doesn't really need setup. I'll put it above
I think it's
all force though.
tail end of tier three. I
Talon?
think Ulforce just.
Uh,
I think Ulforce is still a little better than it, but maybe it's better than Jessamine. But I don't know. Maybe
mm,
because I don't see it as much. I think
yeah.
I haven't
yeah.
played it
It's not. It's
against.
not. It's not a deck you really see that often.
Yeah,
Rapimon. Uh,
I don't know.
th-
Like
th- th-
Rapidmon is
it's a good
this
question.
tier three. It's tier
Rap.
three.
He's very
Rap.
like Rapidmon, my beloved.
It is. Rapimon's tier three. Like it's
The rap is just a good card.
it's
But
good
Rapid's
card.
good, but
That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a good card. That's it.
its lack of protection is really bad for it. The fact that it can't really like protect itself from like removal or anything is really bad. The only really card you have for that is the Rapidmon, the level 5. But even
Hmm.
then, it's just that's only one form that you have, and you only really run two of those in the deck to begin with.
Oh,
But it
which one?
does have the best dates in the game.
Yeah, the best days. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, Mega Gargo, that's right, run 444. Like, but it's just like
Tier two would be
tier two. I would say like
like the bottom of tier two would be good, but even then,
no. I would say tier
there's a lot.
top of tier
There's
three.
a lot going against it.
Because if Rapid goes against bugs, you just cry. You literally can't out that card. You can't out it.
Yeah,
Uh, no, I would personally say it's tier three, but the top of it, unfortunately.
like it's really good against decks that go white once you have that established. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
You're trying to swing, you die. But then stuff that's unaffected is like, oh, I guess.
Yeah,
yeah.
What do I do?
guess I'll cry.
and all I have to do is out the rapid Monex, and then nothing, and
And it's
then
and it's
oh,
not it's
okay,
not and it's not
they
hard.
can do it. Yeah, and then after that, they can just do whatever they want.
Uh,
Magna tier one. This is
Uh,
which one? Blue, oh yeah, blue
I think
base.
that's blue
blue
magna.
blue, but
Yeah,
yeah, this is blue base. I think blue base
I think blue base is tier two.
tier two, but I'll say it's above vaccine
it's better than vaccine
because it,
mag.
it, it actually kills.
I want to say vaccine is better than blue base.
I I'd argue the opposite. Just because like yellow base can keep the protection up more often.
But blue base is actually trying to kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and blue base has more
Uh,
tools to work with. Then
In
new
my
Blaze Bond really
experience,
helps it out too.
in my experience, I rather deal with I rather deal with yellow base than blue base.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, if Priest doesn't have access to that 1K alterns like blue does.
yeah.
And that 1K does matter a lot.
In a lot of cases, yeah, it does matter.
It can be the difference between you being not being able to get run over, or what's it called, or if you're like not immune to everything yet. It could be the difference between you being minus DP'd enough or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think yeah, the middle of tier two is still. I think it's a good spot for it.
No. I
I
think
think
I
it's
think hold on.
if we're keeping it tier two, I think it's probably like top tier two.
Top, okay.
I think it's probably better than birds.
I switched the list. Uh, putting Rapid at tier second on tier three. Leviathan is just like Leviathan shreds through the deck. One Leviathan, you only have one stack. Armor Perch, cool beans, you go back to a four. Armor Perch, cool beans. Now you're a rookie, and then you have to build up again. You just cry.
Yeah,
It's not fun. Uh, Red Hybrid, the new Red Hybrid. I would say it is automatically
Tier two.
tier two.
yeah, tier two is fine. Yeah,
I would say below birds. I would say because I feel like birds might be just a bit faster than it. Or would you put it above birds?
Uh,
I haven't played against the new stuff too much.
haven't played against it too, but I think like
yeah.
I think birds is still too high rolly. Um, but it has a
Red
lot of
hybrids.
like it has a lot of removal. Um, Red hybrid, I think you get to pop things, so it kind of does birds like a favor by popping the stack,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because then they start playing out bodies. Um, but
That's a bit low yellow vaccine.
I think blue birds and vaccine are probably like still above it.
What is?
Uh, ancient being fourth on the row. So
Oh,
like blue base first, and then birds, and then yellow vaccine, and then ancient.
okay.
I think that's
That's
how it technically should be.
I would say it's probably better than
Because
bug.
then it's faster than
Than bug.
yeah,
100. Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
It's good.
even though it's
Crimson.
protected, but you don't care if your things die.
Yeah, if it dies,
Uh,
you plus even more.
that's an angel question.
All right, Angel. Uh,
The
Angel wants to put this at tier one, but he knows
Gallant,
he knows it belongs in trash. No, I'm kidding. Where do you think it goes before we start discussing it? Because you are the only Galamont player in our group.
it can. So here's my thing. It can kind of deal okay with stuff like Numemon just because of their access to Crimson Blades and how often they pop things. The problem is they also have ways to just deal with you because of Venusmon. Venusmon just immediately just shuts you down.
But nobody plays that.
It shuts
Nobody plays Venus One anymore, though.
Yeah, okay. It shuts down your blitz, it shuts down your popping effects, it shuts down like 90% of your stuff. So it becomes a lot harder to deal with, and Galamon only has one blocker, and it's only if it fails to kill something. So you can't like choose to not do it and not pop anything.
But it does what it does best. It's good at clearing board. That's the important part.
But the new ace is so good.
Yeah, Ace is busted. So was the new Galamont support from this set, Angel, where would you put it? Because since you're the one who you've been literally every time you finish a game, you lay out your deck. You're like, I gotta change something. So from like tier one to tier four, because it's not trash. Where would you put it?
Tier 3, middle of
Tier
the pack.
three, I think. Yeah, tier three,
Yeah,
somewhere in the middle.
honestly, yeah, 3.
Above?
I think
Oh,
middle of the pack. I think it's better than Jesmon. I think better than Madison with all supporters got. I think probably better than all fours. But then it might like have issues with like
blue flare, because if you can't swing, you can't do anything.
yeah, but that's if they have more than two bodies. I think at most you only have one body out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a single
Yeah,
No,
stack sometimes.
yeah, but because if they go into the black, purple, red ground,
And
war
the new
ground.
option lets them play out a tamer.
no, you don't play it. It's like funny
Oh,
as a one of, but that's it. And even then, you have better options.
true.
Like you play for 3, you play a tamer or a Guilmon from your trash, basically for its cost, unless you're playing the memory setter. And even then, I don't really like it too much. I'd rather get the sorry main phase gain of memory and biomerge at end of turn for free.
But yeah, I think like probably 2 or 3 is probably where like middle of the pack.
Okay,
It's not bad. It's not
great, but
great.
it
It's
does what
just
it
there.
does. Yeah,
It loses to any sort of protection. The moment you have protection, I'm like, all right, I can't do anything
I
about
cry.
it. Does it have blocker? All right, guess I'm not breaking through that.
All right, this deck you really got to talk about much. This is tier one.
Tier 1.
Yeah, tier one.
Ichiguru, it's it's
It's the
it's
new
it's
man.
it's a new Iman, but wolves.
I think that one's probably like
It
above Mirage.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
for
just
sure
And
about
then
Mirage.
I think it's like neck to neck with Nume. I think.
it's just so good. It's so much pressure. It's so dumb.
Especially all the variants you have now. You have the red version with like Mimis, the Digimon Emperors, the um what's the other one? The mats, purple base, red stuff. Like
Hmm.
has everything.
It's just good. Sakuyamon. Sakuyamon's in a very rough spot. We have a friend who
Trash.
who loves the deck very much. I feel like it has potential, but
It has, but
it's
it's just
it's one of
needs
the
stuff.
it's the it wants to run a lot of options, but also like you have to make space for like what you can play in the deck. I wouldn't say it's trash. I would probably put it at the bottom of tier three. Maybe above Jasmine. Just because like it kills bodies for Guru, you can't do anything. Kills bodies for hunters, can't do anything. You just destroy uh Commandramon by killing all their bodies, minusing power so much.
But then
But
in that I think Melga just does better than Goemon.
Melga, so
Yeah. Like I think even Commander one just does better than her Sakuyamon. Like
but
without like bias. Like
but I feel like Sakuyamon has good removal because they can kill weenies really easily because they inherits.
that's like whatever. You're trying to like you can't out like a big sack with Sakuyamon.
You
Like
can, but it takes a lot of work and it's
Yeah,
not worth it. It feels
yeah.
terrible when you have to.
so we'll put
Plus,
it. I want to put it
most a
behind.
lot of the inherits are just minus 2k. So unless you can use them multiple
I
times
think it's
in
tier
one
four.
go,
Tier four.
I
Okay.
just don't think it's tier 3. I
All right.
think once we get the ace, then it will be tier 3, but I think now it's still missing that extra support.
Mm-hmm. We'll put it behind hunters.
Yeah,
Up,
Hunter's
up.
is trash.
Yeah.
Pulse one. I firmly believe this is a very good tier two deck. But at the bottom of the list, uh, after
You've
playing it,
been overhyping it, so I need to actually play it.
uh, playing it so much, the Boutmon is the Boutmon and the new Pulsemon are probably the best cards that came out of the entire thing. Pulsemon is just good for you free tamers and free memory. The egg is broken because when you mine, you get a memory. Um, the new Boutmon, I think, is what the deck needed because the deck had a problem evoing into your boss monster for 5 back then. Bakazuchi evils for 3, and Boutmon's effect is, if anybody who doesn't know, is if this Digimon will leave the battle area due to an effect all turns, you can instead trash top card of your security. And then its additional effect is if you have Leon Alexander in the sources, you can digivolve into a Digimon that has Pulsemon in its text in your hand for free. And so the fact that you can do that on either player's turn is very, very nice. And Shroudmon is very annoying to deal with.
Yeah. The dice just recover when you have three, and then three or
It
less.
has built-in
Yeah.
protection. It swings for 15 90% of the time, and it's minus 7,000 or more, kill and unsuspended if you have three or less. It's just very, very strong.
The
And
Kazuchi is strong too.
yeah, yeah, suspend any Digimon, then all your opponent's Digimon get security tech -1. It's just it's just
The end
ridiculous.
of turn, I think, is just ridiculous. Cause we're like, oh, give minus 6k, and then
Recover one.
recover if you're less than three, and then cool, end of turn, swing.
Yeah, one of the Digimon can attack a Digimon, which is super
Yeah.
insane. And also it has access to Takamekazuchi, which is just a very, very good card. Which I think it's slightly better in Pulsemon uh, over than Fenrir, just because you have access to Leon to give a barrier, so they can't like run it over as easily. But then again, there's not really many things that are going to be running it over. But it also makes it a blocker too. So the fact that you get barrier blocker is like very, very nice.
Mm.
So
The
I would
thing
probably
is that the protection is mostly just from the Belmont's from like if it would be removed, period, right?
yes.
Yeah.
The
We'll
Belmont
leave
is
the
good.
battle area. Yeah.
The Belmont is really good. The issue I'm having is actually with the top end because the top end is only from deletion specifically, right?
No.
Yeah. Oh
No.
wait.
Shroudmon is if it would leave.
I'll leave.
Leave.
Okay.
Uh, Kazuchimon has no protection at all, but that's why the Baltmon fixed what the deck needed. Because Shroudmon on paper is a very good card. Before it was a trash card because it evils for 5, but now it was the new Baltmon. It it makes it what you dawdle on paper in person makes it great because you don't have to always give them 5 memory anymore. And even if you do have the evil for 5, because of the egg and the new Pulsemon, you're gaining so much free memory and the new 3 cost tamer that even for 5, you can put him to 2, put him to 1. It doesn't feel as bad as it did before. But I would put it below bugs because you can't touch bugs. Shine.
Bugs.
Shine will just do shine things. Unless you have a
Uh,
way to like stop like ace them while their Marcuses are swinging and your body is somehow still alive, the Marcuses are getting through because what I'm seeing right now is that most of the time they just set up their training cards along with what's it called, their tamers and then just go all in one turn, hoping to kill you unless they hit a bomb.
But I feel like the new list for Shine is nowhere near as strong as the old list for it.
Well, I haven't seen it as a new
I think
list.
now
I
it's
don't
more
think.
like yellow base centered, and
It's
it's a little more aggro. Where a lot of the effects of the like the Rise Greymon, oh, when Digivolve into suspend your tamers, this Digimon gets 2000 DP and then piercing, and then when the tamer is suspended, you do minus 3k to something.
mhm.
So if you pair it with that Marcus, the 5 cost Marcus, that's already doing minus 6 or something. So I think you have better ways to like DP minus things. But I think it's, I don't know.
Would you put it?
I think it's still tier.
I think it's tier
Uh,
two,
I want to
tier.
say lower two, lower two.
but it's
Yeah,
not
lower
better than
tier
the
two.
top 3 right now for tier two. Would you put it behind or
I
uh
think I
in
would
front of
probably
Ancient?
put it. I would probably put it in front of Kasuchi. I think it's a little better than Kasuchi in terms of like you have a bunch of Marcuses now. You can make them blockers. You have your whole stack ready. Start a main, start swimming with your Marcuses, and then just burst mode, right?
Mm.
So I think it's still there. It's just with Tyrant with the redirects, you're like, oh, cool. I'm trying to swing a security redirect, but then they dies and then put on security. So I think it helps in that matchup because then if he's bound to die because oh yeah, I'll do minus 6k or 12k to your security Digimon. No, I'll just redirect to your thing over here.
Mhm.
All right,
I
all
think
right.
in that sense.
Yeah.
But I
Argo
think a good list. I think that's what we need to do.
Argomon's trash. I don't. I like
I
this.
thought you, I thought you were vouching for it. What
I
happened?
I like it, but it's trash. It's just straight dog water. I like the tech. I like what it does, but the level 6 should have had it on deletion, but it's so bad.
Yeah, on paper, just oh
Um,
my god, this deck is so great, and I was like, ah,
it does what it does. It turbos into a 6 and then it dies and that's it.
Yeah,
just
just
do it
go
all over again.
just go into the course one. Now it's a level 7, easy.
No, that's why I'm running Paladin mode because it's fun.
Just run course one. Taps out, keeps their stuff down permanently until they kill it. And you trash one for every 5. I know it's
Ooh.
a lot,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot. That's a lot of just trash
It's
one.
green purple. We have access to a lot of graveyard stuff. So like calling from darkness,
yeah. I have
laments of friendship. So you
yeah.
can always bring those big bodies back.
The level 6 is green purple.
Yes.
Oh, just slap in a room. Why
The
not?
whole line is green purple.
Yeah.
The new line.
I thought it was just a 3 to. I thought it was just a 3 to 5.
Nah.
Level 3 is
Alright, fine.
green purple.
Not trash then.
Tier 4.
I'll put it behind Melga. Just because
Yeah,
Melga can just like stun you and
Oh, you
return the
can't
hand
suspend it.
because the deck has no protection. We'll put it there.
can suspend. Cool. Oh, he's trying to swing. You lose for memory.
Diabormon is tier 2 below Kazuchi. Me and Tony did a few games of this.
Yeah.
He didn't win a single game. Well, he won one game out of like
Mm.
3 sets.
Damn.
It just destroyed him.
It's very tamer. It's very tamer lane. If you don't do your
Only out
tamers
here
right away,
bragging, bro.
he was waiting for this moment.
He's just
He's
waiting
it's
for
like
the bird.
It's very tamer lane. If you don't see the erratas, then you're kind of just stuck, just kind of
yeah.
like digging until you find one. But even then, it has a ton of good.
It
The
does.
Digimon on it
It's
is really
very
good.
good. It's very very good.
The
So
Uh,
Digimon
even
is too good.
the Armageddon doesn't help the deck.
No, the new one is really good for just removal.
it's
But
sort of
the
like
old,
Gallant.
yeah, but the old one
Uh,
is still nice to have just to block level 7 aces.
Yeah. No level 7 aces. No level 7s can digivolve. Get the win
Well,
digivolving.
they can with it. Just oh
Yeah.
yeah,
No win digivolving.
Paladin will be able to strip your sources.
Mhm.
Shine will be able to do the minus 16. Omni won't be able to do anything.
the Crimson
So
doesn't pop anything.
the Crimson won't be able to pop anything. Yeah. So the old Armageddon one is good. The new one is still pretty good. It still has rush. It still has um and it has ways to reduce its play cost without having to digivolve. And that one also can swing into unsuspended Digimon. So you have options with that one.
Mhm.
Mm.
But yeah, so there has tools that you can use to like out things. It can digivolve aces. It can just make a board go wide. It has blocker.
It has the
Uh,
clock of the end.
the
Best
the
card. Best
clock is too
card.
slow.
No, it's not. Play 4.
Clock is too slow. You only run it as a two or
Nah,
three up.
easy way to make it a quick. Make it quick. Just switch to C with a G.
The Glock,
The clock.
the
The
Glock,
clock of the end.
the Glock, easy. Yeah, bottom of tier 2 is a good place for it. It can do things, but it just needs time to do those things.
True. True. I don't know where to put this deck. I've only played against it once, and it was against Kareem. It is the new Dexter Goro.
I think it's still tier 2 now.
Tier.
Maybe like tail end of tier 2, like
Yeah, because
maybe above Diabormon.
yeah, no, 100%. But
It,
But then in
I would
Japan, it's doing really well.
yeah,
It's
So
doing really well in
it's
Japan.
destroying the meta.
the fact that it's gonna die, cool. I'll heal from trash.
the thing is,
Yeah,
it's by
exactly.
deletion if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah, it's by
yes.
deletion.
So if it's gonna die in battle, I'm like, all right, it basically gets jamming, but with extra benefits.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you get that
I
resound when
don't
something
know if I want to
dies.
put it above Pulse, just because Pulse has tools to counter out what it does. Because like,
Uh,
let's say you're on a 6 and they go into this, which the Digivolves. No, the Digivolves 3. Is it? Did
Digivolve 3.
Digivolve 3 one Digimon or?
I think it's one
Digivolve 3,
Digimon.
one
Oh, never
Digimon,
mind,
then the
never mind, never
lowest
mind, never mind.
level.
I'll put it again. I'll put it above Pulse.
Did you drop
Yeah,
3 and then delete the lowest level?
yeah. So it could get around a lot of the aces or like
Mm-hmm.
partition or like Imperial and all that. So
And it's also a pseudo ace in of itself because if you try to kill it on your turn, oh, I'm gonna pop out. Did you drop 3? Pop your lowest cost.
Yep.
yeah. So it
Uh,
has answers to a lot of the things, but then it just falters against stuff that's protected by Digimon effects. So it's like, oh, Alpha, oh, Magna, I'm trying to de-digivolve. No, protected. Or like Tyrant, oh, cool, you're suspended. Ah, fuck, I can't touch you.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
you don't get big enough either. You can start
Yeah,
by popping their tamers though, which does help. But if you can't ever break through that tyrant, it's just gonna sit there and
you
you're never
only
gonna.
what? He's only 13k, right?
He's 13, but with inherits he's gonna be around 15.
Yeah, you need to have the inherits from the old BT16 or BT15 BT16 line
mm-hmm.
that gives you like the extra 1k boost or 2k
Yeah,
boost.
yeah.
But
One
even then, you're still short.
yeah.
But
Okay, all turns 1K. And then same thing with the recent Doraemon. There's also all turns 1K if I remember correctly.
but you're forgetting with the new tamer, they can even with the Devix for free at the end of your turn, making it like a 70k body.
Is that's the purple tamer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the dude,
Yeah,
what's his name? I
the
forgot his name.
doctor, the guy, whatever.
that's
The guy with the
Abaddon
suit. The guy with the suit.
that
Abaddon Electronics.
no. That's you're talking about post one. I'm talking about
No,
for.
no, that's no. He has Abaddon Electronics in his trade as well.
Oh, he does. That's
Oh
funny.
wow,
Um,
about to run him.
because like
Mhm.
it's
Post one.
and the condition is so easy. At the end of the opponent's turn, if you have a tamer and a source, and he's suspended, you can evo into a door gore or something that has defects and it's name for free.
But
From trash, right?
No, yeah, from trash for free.
the issue
Okay.
is that your level 6 is kind of like better than your defect in some situations because your top end your level 6 tend to proc everything that your inherits do. While
But al-
defects is just a good way to like clear board or control the board.
but
Yeah, cause
also,
yeah,
and that, sorry, another thing to like know is that like the stack is not gonna die for probably a few turns because of all the protection it has from the new X antibody forms, the corrupted forms basically. So as like, let's say that the stack that evils and the defects for free dies, when you promote, you don't lose any of that resources because the level fours and the fives and the six they all go back in the trash, and you just redo it again.
yeah.
Which
So you need to see the new line.
oh the new line is literally just if it would be deleted, you evil in the trash from the trash for free, and it stays.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it's dumb.
I guess it's a good recursion. I'd
Very
say.
very good.
But I think it still like falters with the other
It
decks
does
of
because you
it.
need the specific uncorrupted versions
Mm.
to actually be able to protect. If you go onto a corrupted version on your opponent's turn, that's it.
Oh
It
yeah,
can't
it can't
protect
protect
itself no
itself.
more. So you just essentially pop it twice and that's it. You don't have to deal with it no more.
True. Okay. Eosmon tier two. Tier two, it is probably behind vaccine. I mean,
I honestly put it down all the way to tier 4.
Eosmon?
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's like copium or
No,
just I
no.
haven't seen
All the
it,
new
but
support is stupid. It evils into lines very cheaply. It goes wide. It makes you play a lot of tamers. Makes the opponent play a lot of tamers. And the Minoa protection effect, if it would be deleted, or if it would leave the battle area, you can kill in their Eosmon instead. The new Eosmons have free redirects. So if you go against like Magna, you just force it to attack one of the weenies, and it's not even Kobe. It's just really good. And Minoa's on play is trash a Morphomon or a Eosmon to draw two cards. And
What I've
this,
noticed problem with play against it is the fact that you keep getting close to decking out before you actually close out the
but
game.
but it doesn't mean it's bad.
You
Compromise to put it into tier
the
3.
thing is that you can't self top you can't tap their tamers unless you go into Quartzmon.
I think
Once you go into
somebody went Quartzmon today. I think against Ruben.
Oh,
Quartzmon. I
that's funny.
think it was
but
Mickey.
Quartzmon is really good at top end just because you do spit out a bunch of bodies and then you can swing with the Quartzmon.
Yeah.
Trashing 1 and 2. the issue I'm having is having the besides the big stack staying, keeping your other ones in play.
Yeah, but
Like
that
one Crimson Blaze, and you lose your entire board and everything you built up.
not on your turn.
On
On your turn, Crimson Blaze doesn't do anything.
yeah, on your turn, what you have to hit in security.
Yeah, but even then, though, if you hit insecurity, nothing in your field dies.
No, that's not what I'm saying though. I'm saying if your opponent uses it on their own turn, they're like, all right, preemptive Crimson Blaze, all right, good luck. There's also floodgate rookies as well that just prevent you from stopping it, prevent you from playing your bodies effectively. So you actually need to waste resources to actually get rid of the rookie before you can actually play out your stuff out normally.
No, it's actually like not that hard. Cause let's say you have the 6 out, you just hard drop a Eosmon. You do the all turns first for the Eosmon level 6. You pop it, and then you can resolve all your More for One effects to evil up the chain. It's really strong in my own personal opinion from seeing the deck. It's like the do support it got is very dumb. It's very
But
good.
from
It's very good at clearing boards, and it's more an aggressive deck because um uh I don't think the deck's meant to be played passively. It's meant to like just be super aggressive now.
well, yeah, but I was
But
saying,
it beats Yellow Vaccine and Tyrant
Yeah, because
uh,
birds too.
it can easily run it over. If Ron, do you know what it does?
Which one, the EOS one
Yeah,
or
yeah.
no?
So the level 6 is for every tamer on the field, all of your Eosmon get an additional plus 1,000 power during
but
your
then
during your turn.
the tyrant can literally just redirect it to any other bug.
Yeah, but you're gonna have a huge board, and if you have two sixes, which is not hard to do in one turn, every Eosmon gets an additional 2,000 per one tamer.
But vice versa though, tyrant can also just bomb deck the EOS mons and then swing at it
They can't bottom
and
deck
run
it.
it over
It has
anyways.
protection.
No, not the level six, the other smaller
Oh,
bodies.
those. Yeah, but still.
Because Tyrant itself, just bomb deck stuff at the end of the turn, and then end of turn swing at something that's suspended.
I feel like it's kind of like what Commandermon does. Spit out the board. Okay, decoy. I have a bunch of Commandermons. I could pop these, but then if you clear all the other little dudes, the sack itself doesn't really do much.
It doesn't.
Especially like if you have enough of a board for you to hard drop a Death X for free. You did digivolve everything by one.
Oh yeah,
Now
that
you gotta out that Death X, and you have a probably like another stack up to do your effects or pop something, right?
effects won't clear the level fives though. It'll
Yeah,
No,
that
it
clear.
won't clear the fives, but it'll help you like avoid that level six effect where like oh pop something else or like or at least a Minoa like I think is the one that actually does that. But still like that's one resource wasted. You already took out a level six from them, and most are running three. They can't really get them back from the trash.
hmm
Um, I don't know. I haven't really seen it in action to actually see how it does.
I
I know
have,
because you
but
and Regina like talk about it, but I don't, can't really
I
say.
I've played against it, but that's just because she has a terrible matchup against Gallant
But then Gallons is what tier three.
three.
3.
It just
Yeah,
gets stomped then.
she gets absolutely stomped by it because everything is within the threshold. The only thing that's off the threshold is the level six. Everything else just ends up being free game. I'd probably I say probably put it
I
as
would
tier
keep,
three.
no, I would keep it in tier 2. I would say that it's better than Ancient Gray.
Everything has a bad matchup to Gamma.
Oh
True.
yeah, Eosmon in particular has bad matchup against Gallant because they just for the fact that they run both Crimson Blazes and like I said earlier, everything's within the
But
Gallant
not
threshold.
every red deck runs Crimson Blaze. Ancient Gray doesn't run Crimson Blaze.
All right. Let me
Not
And
correct
really,
ancient
you.
and
but
ancient gray is tiered higher than Gallantmon
Well, that's because what's it called?
because
Red
Crimson
Hybrid is
Blaze.
actually an aggressive deck.
I
Yeah, but
think you just go super fast, so you don't
Yeah,
really need um
it's
Crimson. But
literally
like Magna, Ancient Guru, well, Ancient Garurumon has Crimson Blaze in most of the red lists. So
Garurumon, ancient Greymon is like it's just balls to the walls. I'm gonna hit you in the face, try to stop me.
yeah, the Ancient Gray pops the lowest level anyway, so it'll just pop the stuff that you're trying to prevent from like yourself from like having another sack. You just be left with one sack.
While, while stuff like what's it called? Gallant are more controlling. Same thing as the ancient Garurumon. It's still more control.
The DP boost is only on your turn for Eosmon, right?
yeah.
Yes.
So during your
Okay,
turn,
then
it runs over everything.
yeah, but let's say um you just evil hard evo into that Crimson Mode Ace, just like okay, and then you have all the inherits to get up to like what 17k, 19k,
The highest I've been able to do with Galamon Crimson Mode Ace is about 15, 17, uh 19.
19k.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not nowhere near enough. It can clear all the small it can clear most of the small bodies though, but that's
yeah,
it.
that's like a lot of bodies you need to redo.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of memory I'm giving them back. I'm giving them 5 if when they
Yeah,
run it over.
true. I don't know. I wouldn't really know where to put it,
I wouldn't say tier three.
but
Uh,
not. But tier two. What are you saying?
I would say tier two, but I'll probably say above Ancient Gray, in my own personal opinion. From seeing the deck in a lot of action, um, like even when I was playing Fenrir, I had problems because it's just like I can't pop the stack, and then it had have redirects. Because if I try to pop the main stack, um, aside from like this is from the off chance where I don't see the Takamekazuchi to just minus 16k and obliterate the stack. If I can't pop it, or if I attempt to, they protect it, and then if I try to swing, they just redirect it somewhere else, and I can't kill them. It's it's really annoying, and it's just the fact like the support's actually like really good.
It's mostly due to the fact that the Tamers was giving it the protection, so it's a lot harder to deal with compared with just the Digimon having the protection on itself.
Also, the thing that I've almost forgot to mention, the new level 5 is pretty broken. The new level 5 is the Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon for every two Tamers on the field.
That one is really strong.
That one, it's just like if you have a stack, it's a rookie. It literally just bows down the entire line. Uh, that alone, I would say puts it at tier two because that card is just ridiculously strong, and basically that makes the level 6 Eosmon pop anything. Because the Digivolve is still the strongest mechanic in the game, in my own opinion. Still,
I'd probably lean closer to DP reduction.
I would say that's second best. Like they're both good, but I just feel like
The Digimon has no
you can't stop it.
actual
Like
counter.
like
Yeah,
there are cards
it'll
to
just happen.
there are very limited cards that can stop DP reduce, and
Like,
there's more
yeah,
limited cards, less limited cards that stop the Digivolve.
there's literally like three cards that can't be,
There's the
three or
one in
four cards that can
Postmon,
be.
um, and then I don't know what else there is.
Deck Dorugray?
Yeah,
No. Okay.
yeah, Door Greymon
And then the
and
Metal
Metal
Gray
Greymon
X.
X.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not counting Machine Ribbon here to be honest.
Yeah, but
Oh, not
but like aside from that, the Digivolve is like it's the strongest mechanic in the game. It just sets you back so much.
it can, but unless you have a way to actually deal with the body afterwards, it's just
No, no,
soft. Hey, I'm gonna slow you down for one turn
no. I agree with that,
or
but
one evolution.
that's what like I said, the EO spawn level 6 comes in play. It's like because the fact that you're able to choose all the turn orders, you can do
Yeah,
Digivolve first and then pop it. Let's say your stack was you're playing Galamon, and for some like and your Galamon's the new one. You got two procs for the plus 3k until the end of my turn, and I did Digivolve you all the way down to your Guilmon, your Guilmon's only going to be like 9k, which is very easy for the deck to pop now compared
Yep,
to
but
you.
you do.
To
Yeah, but
you
you still have to waste the extra effort to get it over. While deeper reduction, you put it down to zero. What are you gonna do? Keep saving it? Nah, you can't
well,
do that.
17k is not easy to hit for what using one card. There's
Uh,
no card in the game that does more than 15,000 aside from Heaven's Judgment.
that's fair.
Burns breath.
If one is
Ah,
if one
minus
versus
3k.
like 15,
Wait, isn't that minus 15? Or
it's
was it
minus
a
15.
different one?
Wyvern's Breath is
Yeah.
minus 15.
Yeah, that one.
So it's
Minus 15 is a big chunk.
yeah, but I'm saying like the new Galamon is plus three if it doesn't pop, which sits at 17k. Um, and even then, Heaven's Judgment needs to waste all three triggers to kill that one stack. Compared
I think
to the Digivolve, you could Digivolve twice or once, and then you can pop out a lot easier with something else.
I think for me, for Eosmo, it's probably like a pending or like I'll take your word for it, but I would probably just have to like play against it to
Yeah,
actually
like see it in
see if
person. Yeah.
yeah. Because now it's just like, oh yeah, this it's great, but then it's like, okay, gotta wait.
And Imperial Demon is just gonna do Imperial Demon things.
Yeah.
I think that one is top of tier two. The ace is great, I think. I feel like it's very lackluster though. Unless he stays on on the field, the next one you just start bottom decking stuff in OTKing.
It's okay, even if you lose field, you're getting partition off.
Yeah.
Nah, 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 nah. Imperial is tier one when you draw the nuts every time. Nothing stops it. You just win.
But then if you break and you can't find
Yeah,
your
you just
fours
cry.
or
You cry.
fives,
I
so I
would
think
I would
because
say
of that lack of consistency, it's probably
yeah,
like tier two for me.
but I would say it's probably like the high end of tier two.
Yeah.
100.
Like
Percent
it's
Yeah.
just it just goes what's that dude? And he goes
I think it's just above. Yeah, I think that's good. Right.
Omnimon. I have not played it. I do not know how it works.
I I
Would
don't either. To be honest, I have
I
no
do not
experience
know
with
how it
playing against
works.
it.
For now, we'll just put it at the end of tier three.
I
No,
think so. Yeah.
I would say end of tier two, just because it is a Greymon deck slash Garurumon deck, and Garurumon and Greymon cards are just really good cards. So I'll put it at the end of tier two, but basically next to tier three.
Yeah. Just because like the deck just came out, people are still trying to figure out ratios and stuff what the
Hmm.
deck really wants to do. So, but it has really good support with like previous support with like the Alter B, Alter S. So like I think that line is probably gonna be what we're gonna see. It'd be more support for that black altar.
Yeah, the black red one, yeah. From EX4, I think.
Yeah, AX4.
Fenro Takazuchi, I would put this at tier two, not tier one.
I
I would put
I'd
it
also
right behind Yellow Vaccine.
I'd also put it at tier two, just because even if you don't go into your big boss, you still have to back up a Fenrir.
Yeah.
Just have so much to like.
You have so much to work
Yeah,
with. Like
yeah,
Takamizuchi is a very good high end, but it's not a high end that needs to get hit to win the game still.
mhm.
From playing it so much and being able to like update it and play it, it's still as consistent as it used to be. Um, Even if you don't, like you can still like do weenie alliance checks with like other bodies and stuff, and it's just really strong.
Yeah.
I think even if the uh what are those new training cards coming out again? What are they called again?
Scrambles.
To scramble.
Even when Scrambles comes out, I still wouldn't put it at tier one, but I would move it up to tier less than tier two.
Yeah,
So I think like Yellow Vaccine is probably still better than it. It's just annoying. I think Birds, it's a purple deck. If you outpace it, it just dies like every other purple deck. Um,
Lots of stuff that's messing with your trash more often, like the Imperial Demon.
yeah, yeah, you just cry,
Yeah.
cry at that point. Yes,
Hero, the
I'd put
tech
it there.
merciful mode, kind of. You're like, no, my pieces.
All that
Greymon.
work, all that milling, for
Yeah,
what?
I wouldn't call
When you
Grey.
mill them, they were
nothing.
free.
I wouldn't call Greymon a deck. It's just a support card.
I think
Um,
that was just a meme deck.
I think it's supposed to be like a weird rookie rush deck because it allows you to hatch afterwards.
I don't think it's tier two.
I know. I'd probably put it at just like probably trash to be honest. Regardless of how
Yeah,
cool it is, it's
Should,
it's more of a support card.
yeah.
you should just put it at
Oop,
what does
there you
this
go.
deck do tier?
What am I even alive for?
Lilithmon trash. It's not doing anything.
I think you just combine all the decks that are like not great into just start piling them up in trash.
All right.
Okay.
Doorbrick trash.
I think Machinima is an actual
No, that's an actual
tier
deck.
two
That's an
deck.
actual deck.
Yeah.
Fighter mode wants to work, but it doesn't work.
Red Purple Hive Fighter still needs a little more support.
Yeah. Lebermon
It
trash.
does things, but it doesn't have no end. So that
What
guy
am
is trash.
Yeah.
The
uh,
Heavy Leo, I think,
no,
is
that's a good deck still. I think it's still
it's probably
very
tier
annoying.
four.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh no,
sh
no,
sh
I think Heavy Leo is probably like tier three.
Shakamon's
I think it's
trash.
still a good deck.
Shakamon's just really bad.
The the Bluebird sucks.
No, it's good. I like it.
The Bluebird, the
Fine.
Xiangpeng
It's tier four. It's tier four.
Homie's coping.
It's right
one?
behind the hunters. Hunters is just trash at this point.
Okay. That's kind of like where all the no, all the Plesiomon decks go, like tier four. Like they want to be good, but they just need that extra stuff.
uh, Barbermon's trash.
I don't even know if
Yeah,
Barmon had a deck, but
It's bad.
Korean kept
sure.
trying to
Trying to work,
use
it
it,
doesn't work.
and
Um,
Belfamon is
almost as many
oh man.
resources as your opponent just by discarding.
uh,
Belfamon
it's
tier
trash.
four.
No, yeah. No, it
I
can do
don't think it's
stuff,
that
but it
bad.
doesn't do it. It doesn't do stuff anymore.
I
Yeah.
feel it's
I would
mostly
put I would
related
put
to
it
like the
above.
Pokemon now.
No, it's above Argomon.
No, because the Pokemon basically just reusing the Rage mode or the
Hmm.
Sleep mode just to keeping the immunity so you can't deal with it.
I think
Uh,
it's just a big grind game where like, okay, I won't stop you from swinging, but at that point you're just
hmm
setting up your board on your end. So it's kind of, and then
uh,
sometimes that like they have to draw so many cards. Sometimes it's like they don't even get the effect most of the time.
hmm Okay, Machine
Uh,
Dramon. It's tier two.
3,
Three?
high end 3.
High end
so
three?
is it above Levi? Well, Levi kind of pops it.
It can.
Oh
Currently
yeah,
with the
behind it for
JP
now
rulings,
until we get that JP roll over here. Um,
Because the
I'd
new
say
Kazramon doesn't really help anything. I
it.
think Levi
Oh,
wants still above it, right?
yeah.
the new Chaosmon just helps against those weird sort of removal effects like Chaos Degrade
Yeah.
or like a Residramon.
But then the
But
effects
you run
doesn't really do much.
Yeah, it doesn't because it doesn't even for one for the Machinimon. You can only put it from trash, the sources, and the DG cross would be for 8 with Machinimon and Cyborg Cyborg from trash if you have its tamer.
But you can
It's
still
just
use Supreme
Supreme
Connection,
Connection.
right?
I can, but it'll be a cost of 5. But
Yeah.
you're only getting one source. You're If anything, you'll get one set of protection, and that's it. And it's only from what's called removal by effect, not
I thought
if
you
you
got
try to run it
three.
over.
It's in a perfect world. You have Machine Drain a five. When you digicross, you're able to put another source right underneath.
Yeah, that's
Do you
why.
have three?
No, I'd have
Three
three
sources?
total. Yeah, sources total, but I'd only
Okay.
be able to protect it once.
Yeah, that's true.
And, and like I said, it's only from effect. So if you run it over, that's it. You're killing it.
Yeah, because even if you Kazramon, you can't really activate anything, right?
Mm,
If I cast Ramon, I can still
X Kazramon X on top,
yeah.
right? Is
yeah,
right. You just keep tucking one.
yeah. I'm tucking one more.
Hmm.
That's it. So I'm popping one thing that's what the Digimon was told play cost is 7 or less, and that's it.
Yeah.
So the other machine Ramon and the Chaos Ramons that we currently have are usually enough. If anything, you'll run one Chaos Ramon X, one of the new Chaos Ramon, and if you want, you could also run a collision stuff in case people try to do some weird stuff like oh, let me put into Venusmon. That way you lose all your when attacking. So I'm just gonna go into a collision inherit to force them to block with it.
Yeah.
But that's about it. The deck list doesn't really change much depending on what you're doing. If you're running an Uko package, you're just gonna keep doing that chip damage, go into tackle they have mobile, bling for multiple checks, deal for board, and hopefully it sticks with the analog nets. If not, alright. Next game.
Hmm.
Did you move it just to make it match the
No, I moved it
um
because the
the
ace.
Diboromon?
I moved it because the ace completely kills Diaboromon
Oh, okay.
because
Okay.
the ace kills all the copies and then he kills the original, so then it can't protect itself. That
Oh,
that alone makes it better.
so makes it better than shit.
Uh,
Heavy
heavy
Leo's probably like
tier
tier three, I think,
tier three.
or maybe top end tier four. Because Porter is annoying. The fact
Yeah,
that he could bottom deck stuff to unsuspend is like, oh
I
my
think I think
god.
I think it's high end. Yeah, it's high end tier four. Not much to say. It does what it does. It unsuspends. It bottom decks decently high things. You can reduce them to was the loader Leomon. Um,
Fortitude,
this
you
just
oh it died, cool, I'll play it again. The Digivolve.
exactly yeah. Wee.
Alright, let me do tech enemy hobo. Let me tech X antibody under. Swing again.
Exactly. Three times, right? Three times. It's just it's annoying.
Alright.
It's very good. It's still very strong green deck.
That Grace Nova.
Grace Nova trash.
Oh my.
It's not
Oh,
trash, but I'm
it,
gonna put it at the low end of tier three.
yeah, but if you're not running Grace Nova, you put it a little bit higher though.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think if it's
toolbox. Okay,
the
if it's toolbox, okay,
toolboxy variant, I think
i-
it's probably good. But
if
then
it's
still
if it's
like
tier three, it's I would say it's better than Jesmon and Myotis. Um, no, probably better than All Force 2 just because the protection is very strong and it's not once per turn. And also you can hard stun All Force from doing anything.
yeah.
Uh,
And you could pop it too on the swing with
exactly.
Apollo One.
Yeah. Like sure it can have evade, but then it's like oh here even if you unsuspend, I'll protect myself, but no you can't unsuspend your body. I'd probably put it there.
Hmm.
Gallimon probably just kills it too fast. Kills the little weenies too fast.
Yeah.
If you're playing Toolbox, I would put Toolbox probably like right here.
Same spot. Yeah.
No, higher.
Same
Where?
tier.
Right here, same
Oh,
tier three, but above Rapid, because the all the tools is just it's very strong.
It's
Uh,
really
yeah.
funny.
it's very funny, very strong. So Grace Novamon here normally for normal build,
Toolbox
Toolbox
build
over
right there.
here.
Yeah.
So that's that. Fanglong sort of fell off.
That one fell off hard.
Yeah, it was one of the strongest cards in the deck, one of the strongest decks in the game. Now it's not even being played. I think it's too slow now. I think everything else is too fast for it to do anything. But I probably put it.
I think if you
It's
let's say you
it's
play
not
against
trash.
like a hybrid, you could bait out whatever ace they have, and then
Yeah.
okay, cool. I'll just digicross and then bounce it back to hand or pop it. Cool, I get all my memory back. I could play another one. So yeah, I think it fell off hard.
Uh, I honestly think Jessamine is faster than it too.
Want
Yeah.
I want to put it at four.
Four, high end four or below
High end four.
high
High
end
end
four?
four.
Okay, okay. Demon
I think it's still better than
Lords.
Belfamon though, I think.
Yeah, I think the Belfamon deck is just really bad now,
Yeah.
but it's better than these three.
Demon Lords,
S-
fuck.
Demon
I
Lords,
want to say
it's
two.
yeah,
Definitely tier
it's
two.
tier two. I don't think it's better than Dorgoru. It's better than Pulse One definitely. Uh,
Yeah, probably like
Diablo does nothing against it. They can't digivolve anything. Yeah,
and then you're like, oh, and they pop the tamers too. So it's like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
I'd
kills
probably put it right here.
It depends on how much you're willing to sacrifice. You willing to
Yeah,
sacrifice your tamers? I'm like, all right. I guess I guess I'm just gonna let you what's it called play
recover
Lucamon. No, if you delete your tamer or trip,
tamers. Oh
mm-hmm.
yeah,
yeah,
Like
just do it. It
Demon
doesn't matter.
Demon Lords is good at what it does. It's good
The
at popping your board and then Just killing you when the timer's right.
Yeah, because the Gluten one just crashes
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I'd probably put it there. I don't know if it's better than Shine.
I think it's
Uh,
a good spot right there.
yeah,
It's not towards the tail end, but it's not that far up from or like the new support.
yeah, because
Oh,
Dorgoro is just, it doesn't die. Shine just pokes really quick. I would say quick-ish. They can't touch bugs unless they use an option card. Uh,
That's literally a good chunk of the deck to
yeah.
right
Uh,
heavy just goes fast. It doesn't really
uh,
care if it
it
dies in security.
the main thing is that
Oh
uh
yeah,
they can
it,
digivolve it, but that's it's not enough still. And then
it's not. They literally only like one card.
yeah, and then even if they try to pop it with like the Leviathan, there's gonna be more bodies than the own level 6, so they can try to pop it, try to pop the big stack, and then they just protect it again. So that's just better. Federal is just, I just feel like it's a better purple deck than it right now. Just because of like how fast it is now.
Depending
Hmm.
on if they're running ADP, to be honest, because one security bumpkins really ruined their day.
I still think it's better. Okay, Ragna. I think Ragna's still really strong. It's you have to high roll. There is no mid roll. It's all high roll.
It's
Uh,
it's literally rolling the gotcha dice, hoping you get the
yes.
three SSRs.
Like,
But
in all honesty, this can be a low end tier one
uh,
deck.
I don't think so.
No,
I
I know it won a regional in
no,
like
not even
Spain, but
that. Not
still.
even that. Like, if you can't out this card, it just
But
stays
then
there.
that's the thing is Hyrule. They need to see the pieces. If they they only see level sixes, they're just gonna keep passing turn and give you
But
like a bunch of
but
memory
but
back.
but compared to Imperial Bow, this deck can't low roll. If you low roll, it goes to trash. There's no in between. It's like Yasuo. You're either a god or you're garbage. Uh,
even if
I
you
think
even
it's. I want to say it's lower tier two, borderline tier three, in my
even if
opinion.
even if you high roll though, if once you build your entire stack and you come up against something that's just as indestructible as you were, then you're like, ah, fuck, what do I do? I can't kill that thing. He can't kill me back. We're just sitting here
I
waiting
think
for someone to
once,
put the
yeah,
thing out.
once you have your big stack and you manage to give it raid, then cool. You could probably like raid into like Magna X and all that. But then it has those issues with like DNA decks where like you need to see your pieces. If you don't see them, you're like just looking at your cards and like, what do I do? Am I gonna give you like seven memory and I hope to see it the next
There's
turn?
that's
there's
fair.
also the issue where you have to keep pumping memory into it to
Mm.
use the main effect of the cards in your hand,
Uh,
and a lot of them are good. Like plus 2k power or plus 4k power till the end of your turn is good, but it's not helping you like clear the board. Besides, like the Ragnarok doing it all by itself.
yeah,
Like
I
the
probably put it fine. Low tier two, because Diaborma
yeah,
just
I think that's yeah, I think that's a good.
Diaborma just did digivolves it. It just like loses this essentially just
That
alone
durable one won't be able to affect it.
for that one turn. But other than that though, it's just gonna digivolve it.
No, no, no. I mean, one of the Harris literally says it's unaffected by Digimon
Oh,
effects
you're
while
right.
it
You're
has
right. You're right.
regular
You're right. You're right.
name.
But then it can clear out like what 20 different tokens
Yeah, the new shit's really quick.
Yeah,
with
like
a bunch
if
of
you
blockers. So it's
yeah
like
Yeah.
you go wide enough, they can't deal anything.
Astamon sort of fell off
I don't think it ever got
hard.
off the ground.
We'll put it in tier four then.
It was all just
No,
hard copium.
no, I'll say tier three, low tier three.
Like, it's not trash. It's not tier four. I think it's tier three.
Yeah, like I think it's nice right there. Jasmine is better than it.
Um,
Three great
I think
angels. I think that's a high end tier three deck.
I can't say anything about it because I
It's
do
very
not.
annoying.
I
Once
haven't played against it. I still
doesn't your
think
brother have it?
no. He tried to make it. And I don't
No.
think he liked it and just scrapped it.
It's pretty annoying because a Dominion just because it's not once per turn, it protects it from everything. If it would be deleted in battle, if it would lead to an effect, you trash one of your security. Um, I don't think it kills quick, but it's good at keeping its board alive. for multiple
I
turns.
it, I mean, it's yellow. I don't think it, like any yellow that can kill quick.
Not Magna.
No. Well, Magna.
Yeah, blue Magna, blue Magna.
Yeah,
Adjacent.
that
Yellow adjacent.
I'd probably put the Minimon at a low tier 4, but
just because how
Yeah,
slow
yeah.
it is
I'd
but
and
probably
takes
do
too
it.
long setup.
Probably do it to it.
I would probably put it behind Fanglong because once Fanglong comes out, the deck dies. They can't do anything.
Yeah.
The deck doesn't do
Oh,
anything.
cool. Minus 15k to the board.
No, it's behind Heavy Leo too because Heavy Leo can just digivolve it. And you're like, yes,
Yeah.
saw dude, and that's it. Cherubimon Alliance is it's a lot better, but it's not good.
The ace is a good card.
Ace is an amazing
The
card.
deck is not so much.
Yeah, the
It's
ace is better
better.
than the whole card.
The alliance is just better in Lugamon than it is in most decks.
Yeah.
Because you're in purple, you split out bodies like no
Yeah,
business. You don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think Cherubimon.
it's sad.
It's not,
I,
it's not a good.
I think it's trash. It's
Yeah,
trash,
probably.
but it's
Yeah.
high trash.
I
It's
think it's
pretty.
just. I think it's higher than the Greymon.
higher
I
than a
think.
higher than the Greymon.
I don't mean that.
Oh,
I mean like the Greymon Rush,
That
or
one.
like the little secret Greymon. Yeah.
oh, right here.
Yeah. 'Kay, I think probably Roll Knight's like the better deck. Same thing with like Alphamon.
Oh, we're just gonna put a Pokemon on the bottom still, because the deck by itself is unplayable.
Alphamon just needs a security attack +1.
Yeah.
And
Give it back.
Superbond still does things, but
we got
Super
three
Gun
left. We're
Punch.
almost done.
Yeah.
We're almost done. Um,
Is that
Lucemon,
supposed to be Chaos Mod? Just
yeah,
I think just because the deck is not out yet here in
it's
the US,
trash.
like it's just
It's just
trash.
trash. Yeah, it's trash. So
Same thing with Lilithmon because we haven't got the cards yet, so it's like it's
but
trash.
predictions though, I think Lilithmon will be a high tier 2 deck. Not as high
I think so.
as not as high as these five, I would say, but it's gonna be up there. Oh no, I moved it. Where did I
Yeah.
move it? Shit. Oh. Same with Lucemon. I don't know, but I feel Lucemon will be a low, maybe a high tier 3 deck, low tier 2 deck. Um, just because it seems really gimmicky of like what it wants to do, because it like you need like specific pieces to do anything with that deck now.
Yeah.
Beelzemon has not seen a lot of days since it got hit. uh,
Deserve.
Yeah. Well, the new card is good.
the new
It
cards,
helps it mill faster and against Rush. So if
but
you
it
were to like go into the stack with a Balamon, cool, it died, and then you have that in trash. Oh, cool, I get to swing now.
um
And it mills 4. So
and the Digivolves too, I think.
Yeah.
no.
The debuff too, so it makes it really obnoxious.
Yeah, I mean like
Yes.
it still wants the OTK.
Yeah.
Uh, but
But I think the fact that he mills 4, it's like
the best part
awesome.
about it.
Yeah.
Here's that
It's
mill
not
4
memory
can
gain like the other one, yeah. I think it's tier 3. I don't think it's that bad. But I think it's low tier 3. It still needs a little more support.
would you put it below blue hybrid or it's above the bottom 4 by 100%.
Do you think it like has a good matchup against Grace Nova?
Oh, just because of Digivolve?
Yeah.
We'll put it above it.
And then you have so many bombs and security.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so
So
that was the last deck. Let's do around some things. So for sure, these are tier 1, 100%. These three.
yeah, those are the tier 3,
There's like
like tier 1. Like
yeah, yeah,
that's
there's no question about
meta
it. Yeah.
for like Japan is the same meta here.
Yeah.
Like nothing's gonna change.
Uh, these are tier 1 decks when you high roll. These are the top. These two are 100% tier 1. If you draw, like, if you're a god, every game from now on, and you draw like a god, this is tier 1. This is tier 1, 100%. But I do agree that they do belong in the high tier list. for tier 2. Um,
It's like that nudge they need
yeah.
to go to tier one.
Oh, mm, that option card is really good too, though. The 2 drop.
Yeah, it's just what makes the deck a lot better.
Yeah.
But I still think it
It's still tier,
struggles.
yeah.
Like that struggle of like finding your pieces and
Because the
then
opponent has to try to make it leave.
yeah. Sometimes they don't even want to do anything to it. Just swing, do stuff.
I think Shine should go lower. If it was old Shine, I would probably put it up in front of Takamekazuchi. But if we're talking about new Shine, I'd
I think it goes behind Demon Lord.
yeah, because it kills Pokemon 100%. But behind Demon Lord, there's too many bombs,
Demon Lord just keeps popping
bodies, and
the
doesn't leave.
tamers, and then you're like, and then once you have all your stuff, you just okay, cool, trash all your security, and now swing. But then the fact that the Lusamon just like, oh, you want to pop your tamer? No, okay, cool, I'll recover. And then okay, and then you have a blocker, and then it's like 13k blockers, not a chump blocker, anyways, with the creepy mon. It's like,
Hmm
and
I
then it's the same thing. The Beelzemon, the Digivolve. Okay, there goes one of your Shine Grace.
and also overflow 5.
Yep.
What was I gonna say? I think the tier 3 is perfect where it is. So toolbox Grace Nova here, but down here. Oh no, down there. For regular Grace Nova, I think that's correct.
Hmm.
What do you guys think?
I think it's fine. Everything looks good. Like the first tier one to like tier three. The only thing was that Eosmon, just because I haven't seen it. But other than that, it's like it's good.
Tier 4 is fine. I think that's fair.
Tier four and trash are kind of like
The
you could
trash.
figure it out on your own.
I mean,
You're
like
'cause
Door,
at the end of the day, it's all biases,
like
anyways.
Thornbreak every now and then is tier 1. It like wins the regionals like once in the blue moon somehow, or like it like tops multiple times.
It's
Lilith,
like
this Lilith doesn't do anything. It's just trash.
Thorbeck Ragna. What people are running to.
Purple Red Imperial is trying to be like Blue Green Imperial, but it's just missing so much stuff still.
Yeah.
It's
Even
trying
like
so hard.
even with the Shadramons and everything, it's still missing stuff. But it has a cool combo when you have the dual tamer, the new ones, the BT16 one, and you go into that purple green Warmon that evolves from trash.
Oh,
You
true,
go up
yeah.
the whole line pretty fast.
But you give them so much
Yeah, you
memory.
give them so much memory, and they're like, okay, this literally
That's
doesn't do
that's
anything else.
such an
It's just a
unfortunate
big ass
part.
body
You give them so much memory, they kill their
with no
entire
protection.
board, and you do one check. No, you do two checks.
Two checks and then no protection and dies. Okay, cool. I play out three things. Other than that, none of them have blocker, so you could just go
No,
for a
it
game.
just does nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is our tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed this profile. Force of Habit. I hope you guys enjoyed this tier list discussion. This is the first time I've ever done it, so I do apologize the video for being so long. It's like about 2 hours. Because we went through every deck. Uh, Thanks to Ronald and Tony. Tony left. I didn't know he left.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah,
It's a little late.
Angel came in a little bit in for Gallantmon, which actually was not a little bit in because we did Gallantmon and then we did everything else. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.